Welcome to Men Gigs. Here is a legendary quote to start with. You can't control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. Unknown. Gentlemen, have you ever wondered why some men move through life like a fortress, unshaken by the storms of emotion that derail so many others? It's not that they don't feel deeply. It's that they've mastered the art of emotional navigation. These men are Sigma males, and today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of their most misunderstood traits. Why they never reveal their true feelings, and why it's such a game changer in life, relationships, and success. But before we dive in, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and become a part of this community of thinkers, strategists, and gentlemen who are determined to elevate their lives. Together, we explore the traits that set Sigma males apart and how you can apply them for impactful living. All right, let's get into it point by point, layer by layer. Number 1, they value emotional independence. Sigma males are emotional minimalists, and here's why. They've realized that emotional independence is the foundation of true freedom. Popular psychologist Dr. Jordan Peterson often speaks about the importance of taking responsibility for one's emotional state. He emphasizes that relying on external sources for emotional stability makes you vulnerable to manipulation and disappointment. For example, imagine a Sigma male in a heated workplace conflict. Instead of reacting emotionally or seeking validation from others, he chooses to remain calm and reflective. Why? Because he's built his emotional house on solid ground, self-reliance. When you stop depending on others to regulate your emotions, you become the master of your destiny. Number 2, vulnerability can be a double-edged sword. In his groundbreaking book, Daring Greatly, Dr. Brené Brown highlights the power of vulnerability, but even she acknowledges that it requires trust and boundaries. Sigma males understand this better than most. Think about it. Vulnerability is like a knife. It can cut through barriers when used correctly, but in the wrong hands, it can wound you deeply. Sigmas don't fear vulnerability. They respect its power. They share their feelings sparingly and only with those who've earned their trust. Imagine a Sigma in a romantic relationship. Instead of laying all his emotions bare from the get-go, he observes his partner's actions over time. Only when he's confident in their loyalty and integrity does he share his deeper feelings. Vulnerability isn't weakness. It's a strength reserved for the deserving. Number 3, control is their superpower. Let's get real, gentlemen. Emotional control is like a superpower in today's chaotic world. When you reveal your feelings to just anyone, you risk losing control over how they're used. Sigmas would rather steer their emotional ship than let the tides of external opinions dictate their course. Even the legendary Marcus Aurelius in Meditations wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength in a competitive environment." A Sigma male remains composed while others wear their stress and insecurities on their sleeves. His calm demeanor gives him an edge, making him a force to be reckoned with. Emotional control isn't about suppression. It's about steering the wheel of your life with precision. Number 4, they're observers first, expressors second. Here's a Sigma male secret. They'd rather listen than speak, observe than reveal. This trait makes them incredibly insightful and strategic. As Stephen Covey wrote in The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, seek first to understand, then to be understood. At a social gathering, while others are busy showcasing their personalities, the Sigma quietly observes. He picks up on subtleties, body language, tone, and unspoken cues that others miss. This ability to read the room gives him an almost uncanny ability to respond appropriately when he chooses to. Observing before expressing isn't about shyness. It's about strategy. Number 5, mystery is magnetic. Gentlemen, here's a fact. Mystery has been a tool of influence since the dawn of time. Authors like Robert Greene in The Art of Seduction argue that mystery is one of the most potent ways to attract and influence others. Sigma males inherently understand this. When a Sigma male interacts with people, his reserved nature creates an air of intrigue. People are drawn to him, not because he's trying to impress them, but because they're dying to figure him out. When you hold back, You invite curiosity, and curiosity is a magnet for attention. Number 6. They avoid emotional manipulation. In a world where emotions are often weaponized, Sigma males stay ahead by keeping theirs guarded. Sun Tzu, in The Art of War, wrote, "Appear at points which the enemy must hasten to defend. March swiftly to places where you are not expected." Sigmas apply this principle emotionally. By revealing little, they deny manipulators the ammunition needed to control them. In personal relationships, while others may fall victim to guilt-tripping or emotional blackmail, the Sigma remains unaffected. His emotional resilience protects him from such traps. Guarding your emotions isn't just self-preservation, it's self-mastery. Number 7. They prioritize self-reflection over validation. Instead of seeking validation from the world, Sigma males turn inward. They use tools like journaling, meditation, or quiet contemplation to process their emotions. As Carl Jung put it, your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes. When faced with a personal setback, a Sigma doesn't post a lengthy social media rant. Instead, he spends time reflecting, analyzing, and learning from the experience. The answers you seek are often within you. Learn to listen. Number 8. Time reveals true intentions. Patience is a Sigma male's secret weapon. They understand that time has a way of revealing everything: true intentions, genuine emotions, and hidden agendas. As Warren Buffett famously said, "Someone's sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago." Sigmas plant seeds of trust and let time reveal whether they'll bear fruit. In a new friendship, a Sigma doesn't rush to share personal details. Over time, he evaluates the other person's character and motives, revealing his feelings only when he's certain of their authenticity. Time is the ultimate truth teller. Let it do its work. Number 9. They embrace emotional minimalism with precision. Gentlemen, let's face it, emotions can be messy. They're like that drawer in your kitchen filled with random batteries, expired coupons, and half-used pens. Sigma males understand this and have mastered the art of emotional minimalism. Not because they lack emotions, but because they've learned to prioritize what matters most. Greg McKeown, in his bestseller Essentialism, reminds us, if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. Sigmas take this advice to heart, applying it not just to their schedules, but also to their emotional bandwidth. They recognize that emotions are finite resources, and if you're not careful, you'll spend them all on things or people that add zero value to your life. A Sigma male's friend group isn't some sprawling network of acquaintances who only call when they need a favor. Instead, it's a tight-knit circle of people who inspire growth and loyalty. Similarly, they don't waste time agonizing over every fleeting emotion or indulging in petty drama. They have no interest in watering weeds when they could be cultivating gardens. And the humor here? While everyone else is busy being a reality TV star in their emotional soap operas, the Sigma is the cool producer behind the scenes, sipping his coffee and making executive decisions about which storylines even deserve airtime. When Sigmas invest their emotional energy, it's like Warren Buffett picking stocks, deliberate, calculated, and always aiming for long-term returns. They're not cold or indifferent, they're focused. Why waste your feelings on trivialities when you can channel them into things that truly matter, like building meaningful relationships, chasing dreams, or simply enjoying the peace of a quiet evening? Emotional minimalism isn't about avoiding emotions, it's about curating them. If your emotional energy were a bank account, ask yourself, are you investing in assets that grow, or are you wasting it on liabilities that drain you? Number 10. Their silence speaks louder than words. Silence, the ultimate Sigma male weapon. If words are silver, silence is pure gold. In a world where everyone's trying to outshout each other on social media, in relationships, or even in office meetings, Sigma males know the real power lies in saying nothing. As Lao Tzu, the ancient Chinese philosopher, once said, "Silence is a source of great strength." And boy, do Sigmas take this seriously. Their silence isn't an absence. It's a presence, a deliberate, calculated move that forces others to fill the void. Let's set the scene. Imagine a heated argument where everyone is flinging words like confetti. In the midst of this chaos, the Sigma male leans back, arms crossed, and stays silent. What happens next? The others start unraveling, desperate to interpret his silence. Is he angry? Is he judging them? Is he planning a counterattack? The answer is simple. The Sigma doesn't need to justify himself. His silence says it all. And here's the kicker. While everyone else is spilling secrets or making emotional blunders, the Sigma is collecting information. His silence becomes a vault where he stores every word, every expression, and every piece of leverage for future use. It's not about being manipulative, it's about being prepared. Even modern thinkers like Susan Cain, author of Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking, recognize the underestimated power of silence. She argues that silence can command more attention than noise, drawing people in instead of pushing them away. But let's not forget the humor here. While others might mistake a Sigma's silence for a lack of wit or engagement, he's often internally narrating the whole situation like it's a comedy sketch. If only people could hear the commentary running in his head, they'd probably double over laughing or feel deeply called out. The Sigma's silence is his microphone, his spotlight, and his shield. It allows him to control the narrative, protect his energy, and stand out without saying a word. Remember, gentlemen, sometimes the loudest person in the room isn't the strongest, the silent one is. Gentlemen, the Sigma male's approach to emotions is a masterclass in strength, strategy, and self-awareness. They don't suppress their feelings. They control, channel, and guard them like precious treasures. If you've gained insight or inspiration from this video, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to tap into their inner Sigma. Remember, the journey to becoming a Sigma male isn't about perfection. It's about progress, patience, and self-mastery. Having said this, see you in the next video.